What's going on, team? What's going on, Kyle? What's up, guys? Good to have you guys on. Good to have you guys in. Just gonna have this here, go like that. Then I'm gonna go like this. And I'm gonna go like that. Alright, I'm gonna save this. Green Day here at NAKD.com. Did I make that right? Yeah. Alright, edit video. What's going on, Fire? What's going on, Henry? What's going on, guys? 95. Let's see here. Perfect. Day. I think it's day 393, right? Yep, day 393. Green Day today, guys. Feels good to be green after yesterday's loss. Feel good about today. I'll explain what I mean by that. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. Please build your plan and process and your strategy. As always, subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. Alright, so let me get started here. Appreciate that, Reno. At the end of the day, I just spotted the idea, but like I say, you got to build your plan to trade it properly. So, alright, I am live going over today's trading day up 95K. Goes down 100K. Went red, green on the day. Alright, guys. I'm getting everything set up here. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Hopefully you guys have been trading well. Today was an opportunistic day, nonetheless. But, you know, things are starting to fade on terms of, like, the big runners. Like I say, the big runners are starting to fade a little bit. We're not seeing as much volume. We're not seeing as big a percentage return. We're seeing things kind of, you know, not run as far, which is totally normal in trading, guys. Alright, so I'm going to set everything up here. Just give me 1 sec. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day. I'm just trying to set everything up. Green Day. I haven't had a good feeling day like this in a long time. Today's probably one of my best trading days, feeling-wise. Okay, I'm live. 1 sec, guys. Okay, so AMC. Another runner today was any. Well, that didn't really run, actually. Fake out. YVR. What's another runner? What's going on, guys? Good to have you guys on. Good to have you guys in. What's another runner today, guys? Let's go back on FinViz quickly here. Alright, so we had CIDM. Oh, and VERB, of course. Okay, guys, hope you guys traded well out there. Just posting everything here. There's that. Alright, cool. Awesome, guys. Let me go on TikTok here. Live. 95K. Alright. Alright, guys. So, today, let's see here. Today was a solid trading day. You know, I was trying to mention VERB, beats comp. What's going on, Fire? All right, guys. So let everybody kind of trickle on in. I'll give you guys about 30 more seconds to get on here. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to click the icon to alert you if I make new videos. Like it as well. No, I was going to do the recap. What's going on, Diego? I'm just trying to get everything set up here. And yeah, so I've been a little busier today. I tried to do it right after close, but I got a little busy. But let's kind of go over to the trading today. All right. Yeah, awesome stuff, Diego. Good to see that. What else, guys? Corey, what's going on? Where's Steve? Is it Steve Austin that comes on here? All right. Anyways, guys. So first off, I got unfortunately dumped on, and this is trading. This is trading. You know, there's ups and there's downs to trading, guys, and this is definitely a part of trading. I got dumped on an MRIN. I had a pretty big position on MRIN. Overnight, 67,000 shares at a 1351 average. So right about in here was my average on this line here. And, you know, just a typical strategy that I do. It's a big run up, and then I usually try and catch the backside for a bounce play. But lately, guys, these stocks haven't been bouncing that well. Carve, not much. The only one that I can say bounced quite a bit is SGOC. It went from 9 to 18. But, you know, there's other runners too. What's the other runners? MDIA, right? Or BLIN. Or NEGG, just gone straight down. So it's unfortunate because a lot of these moves that usually end up working out on the backside of these parabolic bounce plays that I catch are not panning out. And so since they're not panning out, I'm kind of not taking the trades as aggressively as I would. That's a very solid setup that usually works over the past couple of years that lately hasn't been. And the first one that didn't work for me was BTX. Straight up and then straight back down, no bounce. I lost about 1.5 million on this name. And you're starting to see it in NEGG, almost the same exact setup, right? Up and then straight down, no bounce on the backside. Carve, kind of similar. SGOC, not quite. MRIN, pretty identical. I mean, sure, you had a day in here where it went from 15 and 20 and so on and so forth, but you're not seeing that solid, crisp bounce that might even last multi-day. Which is unfortunate because it's a part of my strategy. It's worked over the years, and right now it's not working as well as it usually does. So it is what it is. VERB, guys. So being down on MRIN to start off the day, I was down about 100. I think I was down about 160,000. Yeah, 164,000. I remember seeing 154,000, something like that. You can see right there, I lost 154,000 on this name, and they had an offering, and it's unfortunate. You know, I really wish that obviously that didn't happen, and I really wish that it would have panned out. And I think that if they didn't do an offering, it might have ran because there was earnings, and the earnings that were bad didn't even sell it off. So to me, that's a strength sign. As soon as they did an offering, though, it killed the stock. And so, you know what? I got dumped on, and that's the way it goes. You know, I feel no shame for myself. I have no pity for myself. I studied, I put the time in. This is something that I take every time, and it didn't work out. So I have no regrets about it. The reality is when you're trading, you should have no regrets about your trading because anything that you're trading, you've studied, you've built a plan, a process, and a strategy to work upon. And sure, it might not look normal to most of you. This trade might not look good to some of you, but I've put in the time and studied to realize that a lot of times this one works. I put myself in the same situation every time. Except for over the past 2 or 3 months, we're not seeing the same opportunity that we usually do. But I'm going to keep feeling it out and keep getting a concept, and maybe now I take the short side of it instead of the long side. I also don't want to get trapped on the short side, though, either. But anyways, I also overnighted VERB. So you can see I got out of there at 11.24 in 13.51. I lost 154,000 on MRIN. VERB, I had an overnight position, too, that I added to. So I had an... oops. There goes my TikTok. Sorry, guys, on TikTok. Just probably gave you an earthquake there. But, you know, basically on this one, you know, so what happened here was, you know, yesterday I was up $150,000 in this name, and then it just dumped on me, right? And then it came back, of course, and then it was just consolidating. And I was like, no, you guys are watching this on stream, right? Remember yesterday we were watching this on stream, and it was going up? And then I saw it reclaim. And on the reclaim, when I saw this perk right here, I was just adding here and in here and all in here, right? And that was my overnight, you know, because it not only did it come up and it sold off, we didn't get to the lows, then we started to climb back up. Finding that convinced me once I saw this, and once I saw a little bit of volume in here. Then once I saw this perk and then another perk, I finally was convinced. I just basically started accumulating in here with the concept of, 52-week high breakouts, with Exila having the same similar run with a ton of volume. You can see over there. And then what's the other one? Or what was I just looking at? VERB. So yeah, so this is an all-time high breakout, and the fact Exila kind of helped me in a hotter market, as well as a 52-week high breakout. And then, I basically overnighted this, and the reality was I was going to add any dip. So under 280, I would have jammed buy. No question. I probably would have started accumulating slow on the way down, but I would have been jamming under 280. I didn't quite get those good of ads because I ended up taking, I was just coming back from the airport, dropping my girlfriend off, and so coming back here, 280 was my dip, and right in here I ended up getting on the screens, and I didn't care. I bought the shit. I bought the heck out of it right on these dips. Any dips that I could take, I accumulated, and then I had a 303 average, and this thing just went straight up on me. And I actually ended up scaling out on this candle right here. And then I added a little bit and then rescaled some right on this backside here. And then I was like, all right, I'm done with it. And then I started to take, a couple of buys down here for some scalps. And then I believe I accumulated one more position on, 291. So you can see there, 291 was my average on my secondary position. So I nailed that entry down in here. At the 291 level, and then I scaled out at 334. The thing went to 390. That could have been a way bigger trade if I let it pan out. I sold a secondary trade right in here, and it went all the way up to 390. So I had a lot more upside potential, but that's trading, guys. So VERB definitely brought me back to basically what was I up on the day, and then NEGG. I've been waiting for this thing to bounce. It's been doing this same thing as BTX concept, but I've been there before. I've played BTX. I know how it reacted. It's the same exact thing as BTX, pretty much. It keeps popping and dropping, and then it pops and then it drops. Right? It's been doing this on the backside. It pops and then it drops. It pops and then it drops. It's been doing this nonstop on the backside. Pretty predictable stuff. Now, one of these days, I wish it would pop and hold, but it's just not doing that. And I'm not going to take any risk when I gotten dumped on BTX many times. So I started to see this thing perk. Where was it? Right in where? So I started to see these volume candlesticks in here. Once we tapped VWAP, I believe I started taking a long on it. And then when we broke, I added into it. And then, like I said, I'm not going to take any chances. We moved, $2 a share. So I scaled out for a $66,000 winner. And luckily I did that because guess what? It rebroke the lows and then some. Literally, NEGG is almost identical to BTX. And I've learned the hard way. $1.5 million lost pretty much on probably plus that. On this name between a couple accounts. So I've learned from my mistakes, and I've seen what can happen. But I cannot believe it's doing it again. It's almost the most identical chart. Can we compare it? We could compare it, but you get the picture. It's the same thing almost to the same dollar amount. And right now we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, no, 2, 4. Yeah, 6 red days in a row. I've learned from my mistakes. I pulled my profits, and luckily I did. Because before, when this happened, and I didn't do that, I can't tell you how many times this happened at BTX. I was up, and then got slammed on, and then it kept going lower. So I learned from it, and if it kept going, so be it. But I probably would have started to notice strength and try to average back in. And then I ended up just playing VERB one more time. With a 304 average. I'm confused on these prints here how that worked out, but Because sometimes if I add and sell out, it kind of has a weird... well, you can see it on the 1 minute here. Well, I mean, here's how I play it. You can see it here. Here's all my entries and exits. Okay? These are all my buys. Right in here, right in here. And then I'm scaling. You can see my sells right up in here. And then, you know, I'm buying on the way down. And then I'm scalping. And then I build a conviction play down in here on this dip. And then I sold off into the pop and missed out on more of the move. So that was my VERB. And that was it. VERB was about probably $200,000 in profits today. Could have been a lot more, to be honest. And I'll learn for next time. But that is what it is. That's trading. You know what I mean? I know I say that all the time, but it really is. That's trading. Maybe I should do that more often. MRIN. Let's pull that up. I mean, I had to get out of this thing. You can see me scaling out here, and then of course it recovers. I could have gotten FOMO on this, but you can see me scaling down in here. And then of course this thing goes over 12. Could have saved me 70 grand if I would have waited a little longer. Basically sold rock bottom, came back up, and then pulled off on the move. Yeah, this is a 1 minute time frame, correct. And then what else did I trade today? NEGG. That was basically it. So, anyways, guys, that's my day. You know, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Is VERB done? I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know exactly what's happening. Do I think it's done? In my opinion, most likely. Will it be? I don't know. No one knows. Yeah, the shorting side of things, guys, I mean, you know, I'm still learning a lot about myself on the short side. And reality is, I pretty much nail all my short entries. I just get shaken out. And, so yeah, I mean, I shorted WHLM yesterday. Gosh, damn, I shorted it, with an 816 average right up in here. Covered it at like a 755 average. And then if I hold it, I mean, it's almost like clockwork. What's the other one? USEG? Probably the same thing. Yeah, pops up, was going to short it up in here. Comes right back down. I mean, it's almost every single time. I mean, I was going to short VERB too, but I also, with the shorting side, you can lose more than you can make. And that really, I don't like the way that sits with me. So I've been kind of staying away from the short side and just letting the long side pan out. But, yeah. Anyways, guys, check out all the links in the description below if you're interested in my scanner or my course. Check that all out. Free chat in the description below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Cheers, team. And go on.